This is episode 222 of the Rise Up Podcast. We're a morning radio show hosted by Steve and Tim on Family Life, a network of stations across New York and Pennsylvania. This podcast is a weekly conversation designed to help you think and laugh and keep your eyes on Jesus. If you haven't already, subscribe today so you don't miss a single episode. And find out more about our show at familylife.org.
It's Steve and Tim helping you to rise up on Family Life, a friend you can turn to.
Entertaining versus hospitality.
Yeah.
This time of year, you could be getting ready for a party, graduation party, whatever. I mean, just any number of get-together reasons, any time of the year. But we're looking at this time of year and that concern of like, it's got to look good versus the hospitality feeling.
Yeah, exactly. That's something that we can get caught up with, isn't it? The appearances of things. We can think about, and even if there's not a grad party or something, maybe it's just thinking, it'd be nice to have people over or a cookout. It'd be nice to do something that feels like summer. And there are times where you could think, I don't have as nice a place for that as so-and-so does, though, or they've got a bigger backyard, or, they actually have the pool, though, or we don't have enough shade at our place.
Is this accurate? If I said if I'm wrong, correct me here. Entertaining says, look what I prepared.
Okay.
Hospitality says, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of looking at that. Because it's not about looking at me, which is more about entertaining. And I do think also something that's worth saying is that entertaining can definitely be part of hospitality.
Sure.
Right?
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with being the guy who has the nicest deck in the neighborhood or having, that outdoor pizza oven. If you do, we'd be interested. Steve and I.
Sure. No, we can be there.
We can provide you the opportunity to show hospitality. That's a real gift. Yeah. Entertainment and hospitality. Right. It's hospitality. The heart of it isn't look at me.
Right.
Whereas if we're doing entertaining for entertainment's sake, I think it would be that. Yeah. So not to let those things get in the way of the smaller stuff, because it really is about the heart. Hospitality too. If you want to know the kind of heart that God has for it. This is opening my eyes. Just do a quick word search in the Bible for hospitable or hospitality.
Yeah.
It's all over the place to show hospitality. And so it's something that really must be close to God's heart. So the question then is like, okay, well, how do we do it right? What is it really? What's hospitality supposed to look like for God's people?
And I think you touched on it earlier before I interrupted when we sometimes let that entertainment get in the way of hospitality because we feel inadequate.
Yeah.
We feel like, this place isn't what it should be or what someone else's place is. And it's wherever the focus is. And welcoming strangers or friends, whenever the welcoming part is really reflecting the heart of God.
I always, with this topic, think about a sermon and an illustration my pastor gave years ago at this point, but still I'm thinking about it. It was all about hospitality, and he really drove the point home with this at the end, that if you're thinking you've got to wait to do hospitality till you feel like your place is nice enough, your menu is big enough, he said, just have someone, if you've got to have hot dogs, just do it, have them over, and not like, the best hot dogs out on the grill, like just, do you have popcorn? Do you have anything? Like, it's worth it to have people in your place, whatever your place is, or even if you're saying, no, really that's something that I have other reasons for feeling uncomfortable about right now. Okay, well, we can provide hospitality in whatever space we're in when we just make other people more comfortable, or when we provide something that's needed, even if it's not in our own home. But I love that. What is it? Okay, I got a package of hot dogs from Aldi. All right, then we can do hospitality. I mean, with even less than that, we could.
Yeah, there's so many different scriptures that show hospitality in Romans chapter 12. Practice hospitality.
Yep.
1 Peter 4:9, offer hospitality without grumbling. Let's see. There's so many different, I'm looking for all the scriptures about entertaining and making yourself look good. I haven't found a lot of those.
That's not
but here's another thing about being hospitable is no matter what you feel like your place looks like or what you're providing, ask questions, listen to people, and see what they have to say. Because my guess is when they leave, it's like, wow, what a friendly, open place. They were just, because people love, sharing what's going on in their lives. So ask them questions and be listening.
That's
and not,
good.
Yeah, and just practical things like that when you have people over to show that you have genuine interest in who they are. That's hospitality.
Isn't that one of the big reasons we sometimes talk ourselves out of hospitality? We ask, well, what did I talk about? What did we talk about? What'll be awkward pauses? Well, that's it. You're right to use the word practical, Steve, because if you do just ask people questions about themselves, there's endless material. What do you like? Where'd you grow up? What do you do?
Sure.
Why do you do that? And what that's something. And there is a hospitality in that kind of conversation when you make somebody feel comfortable just in conversation with you.
Remember that last meal you had when you went over to somebody's house when they invited you? Maybe you do. Maybe you don't.
Right.
But chances are you might not remember the exact meal, but you rarely forget when you feel welcomed and valued and loved, which is what hospitality is. So, yeah, the meal, sure, important, but it's more how you make people feel. The hospitality end of it, some crossover with entertainment, but the focus, make the main thing, and that's hospitality.
Yeah, it really is. It strikes me to see the Greek word that the Bible uses for hospitality a lot of times is philoxenia. So you might hear Philadelphia in that, which is brotherly love. Philoxenia means love of strangers.
Ooh.
That's
wow.
That makes me stop and ponder for a minute. Like, wow, do I think of my hospitality as and of course, all due wisdom with who you're inviting into your home and all that. But even just being challenged by the definition of the word itself, like, do I have a love for meeting the needs of somebody who isn't that member of my household, who might be in some senses a stranger to me? And like how the book of Hebrews puts it, that some have entertained angels without knowing who it was that they were providing for. And you see that in the Bible, people being hospitable and bringing people into their homes who turn out to be heavenly messengers. Don't know if that's what's going to happen to you or I next time we say, hey, I have hot dogs, want to come over.
Right.
But love of strangers, love of brothers, love of family, it's all part of showing God's love in hospitality.
What's that word one more time?
Philoxenia.
Ooh, it sounds like a nice Italian meal. You put some bread with that?
Oh,
a little philoxenia?
A little philoxenia with garlic bread, please.
Oh, it's one of my favorites.
Thanks for making us part of your morning routine. It's Rise Up with Steve and Tim on Family Life.
I've done this more than once. I'm guilty of it. Something with my lawn. I'm guilty of being in charge of my lawn mullet.
I know what you mean by that.
Business in front, questionable decisions in the back, the old mullet thing. But here's the thing, and I do that with my yard sometimes. Currently, it is that way. The front yard, I'm going to make sure that looks nice.
Sure.
Trimmed up, respectable. I got my life together.
Look at that.
But the backyard, big yard, but fewer witnesses, different standards entirely.
Yeah.
I take care of it, technically. But let's just say if the front yard's a golf course, the backyard's a little more wildlife preserve, although
ecosystems need both.
Exactly, it's both. But I think about that with myself too. It's human nature. We tend to focus on what people see.
Yes.
The public side, that polished side, but the character is who we are on the backyard parts of life, the unseen places. Thankfully, God takes care and is concerned about the entire yard, and unlike me, he doesn't look at the overgrown section and go like, yeah, nobody will notice.
Gonna leave that for a bit.
No big deal.
We hope the rest of your day is just as much fun as this. You're listening to Rise Up on Family Life.
Trying to be humble. I don't want to brag. But when I saw this story, it just reminded me of I think it was third grade. Third grade is when I did here's the story I saw, and it just reminded me of grade school. When a guy broke the record for a number of pull-ups. Done in one day.
Was little Steve a pull-up guy?
Remember in the gym class, you had to do the pull-ups and reach up.
Stressful day.
By the way, the world record, by the way, in 24 hours now. This guy did it in 24 hours, 12,412. 12 pull-ups.
Oh, man, I'm sore just thinking
right,
about that.
I know. But again, just taking you back, I was the big, I was kind of even as a kid, I was the athlete of the school. And
that's amazing.
Yeah,
so you were comparable to 12,000 in 24 hours?
I did too.
May the blessings of the Lord be with you in all that you do today. This is Rise Up on Family Life.